room. So I'm going to help you put into perspective all these different resources that you guys seen so far, right? We got capital. We got tools to fix my company. We got people that's going to help me open up markets. We got people that's going to help me pay for my training to train my people. I mean, we're going to have, people that's going to guide us on how to do it. I mean, this is tremendous. But now the question is, why? Why is it that you're going through all this craziness and trouble? Because how many of you agree with me that owning a business is crazy? Right? Most of our money is invested in a business, and we're hoping that that flourishes into our promised land. So I'm just going to give you a window into the future. You're either in one of these three situations. I'm going to help you put in perspective what is it you're doing, okay? So, just go back and think about why it was that you started your business. Why? I mean, you got the idea going, but there was a reason you did that, because you could just find a job or stay home, watch TV all day, right? It's a lot easier. So I'm going to share with you guys what I've heard in these many years owning from business owners that their main concern is. And before we get into that, the first thing you have to think about is what percentage of your retirement does your business represent? Okay? Because what we find most of the time is that the business value does not match what I need. Make sense? I need $3 million, but my business is worth $1 million. We're having a problem. So, just to give you some heads up, I'm not from here, I'm from Venezuela. Been here for 34 years, came looking for bigger and better in the line of opportunity, right? I think most of us are in the same boat. But there's this is from Social Security that I learned many years ago that keeps me focused on my mission, is that 95% of the people in the US will be broke at 65. And that's very shocking, okay? Now, number one concern is running out of money. That's why you see older people working in these different places, right? Because they're just not too tired of playing bingo. They just need to make some extra money because they don't have enough, okay? And as a business owner, this is a very concerning statistic because, the business owner risks more, works harder, and is hoping to get, results. And actually, statistics says only 7% of business owners actually sell their business for what they need. And what they need is to maintain the standard of living as they were having it as a business owner. And 93%, that leaves 93% of owners that do not get what they need. And there's one reason. And the reason is that they have never taken the time to make a plan, to make sure that the business is in alignment with the personal mission, okay? I know you say, what do you mean no plan? Well, there's no plan to protect your investment. How many of you agree with me that most of our capital is invested in the business? Most of the money we own. How many of you in the same boat? Right? Most of it. There's no plan to grow your business. And when I talk about growing your business, it's not getting resources. It's about your people, the team you build around you, your employees. How do I stop them from leaving me? There is no plan with Uncle Sam. There's a tax efficiency plan through your business, which is where most of your profits will go if you have no plan. And last but not least, harvest. There's no plan to harvest your 20, 30 years worth of work. And that's where, most people find out they're part of the statistic. So let's go to the first, share with you some of the different things that I've heard, many times in the past. In no particular order, but one of them most people are really terrified that the vast value of the business will not be enough to maintain their standard of living. Others worry about losing the key people to the competition. They become the university of the competition. Most worry about being able to meet family and business obligations in case they get sick or hurt. Others complain about paying too much taxes. People feel lost in the sense of how do I convert business profits into personal wealth in a tax advantage way where favors me, not Uncle Sam. And, most of the people would like to have that investment that they went into the business, if something goes wrong, go back to the family. Most people would like that, okay? So let's talk about the first stage of your business. First stage of business is 1 through 5 years. It's called survival. How many of you agree with me on that one? Survival, right? You're looking just to make ends meet and make it happen. What can happen to me? Because our goal is to help you grow your business and sustain through time, and also align you towards your personal mission. But we need to understand where we stand and what are the measures we need to take to make sure this happens through time, okay? We call this survival. Most money is invested in the business, and this is what happens, could happen to your business if you have no backup plan. And backup plan means who's gonna step in, or how is the money gonna come in if I'm no longer available for time or no more. And the reason is that when you start your business, no one can step in your shoes. It's your idea, this is your baby, and you're the only one that knows the ins and outs. Yes? No backup. You come sick tomorrow and there's no one going to step in and keep the business going and the income going for you and your family. There is no way that the family will get the money back unless they have something in place, because how are they going to, get that money back that's in your business? And, when you have partnerships, there is no actually exit strategy for neither one of them via buy-sell agreement that tells you how is this transition going to happen in case something wrong's happen. It could be death, disability, it could be a fight, it could be bankruptcy, divorce, so many different things that can affect the business of the two of you, let's say it that way, okay? And if you're an individual and you're a sole business owner, if you don't have an actual plan, like you can see cities have a backup plan in case of emergencies, right? You've seen that. Well, guess what? Your business needs a backup plan. It needs an emergency plan in case something significant happens to your business, right? Well, guess what? You've survived your 5 years. By luck, nothing happened, and you keep going, and now you realize that if you want to keep growing, right? Now you go into the second stage. Your second stage, 5 to 15 years, is called a growth year, okay? I'm going to grow my company. I'm going to get these loans. I'm going to get a bigger warehouse. I'm going to do more sales. I'm going to do all this, all that. And actually, growth goes hand in hand with people, not with sales, right? And, one of the biggest things that we have found since the pandemic is that over 60% of the labor force has switched jobs in the last 2 years. So what does that mean? That everything changed and there's a different type of market now. And if you have not been able to adapt to the new times, you're just going to keep training your competition. You are an educational company, actually, because you're going to be teaching all these people that go through your business, and then they're going to go to somebody that's going to pay them better according to the market, or they're going to do the thing on their own because they think they can do it on their own. Especially if we're not from this country, most of us have an entrepreneurial spirit. Yes? And, since this is your baby, it's your business, you have no tools to tie people down on a long-term basis, because that's what's the real value of your company. The value of your company is the people that you build, the team that you build around you, because that's what the future buyer is going to look for. Okay? So that's basically, as you keep training your people, they take your secrets, they take your clients, they take your vendors, they can take everything, and they will go to the bigger companies, which do have all these tools. So my invitation to you is, if you're thinking about growing your company and you know people already, 1 out of 10 It takes 10 employees to find one good one key person, that manager, that person that knows your company secrets, that person that has your trust, that person that's a superstar in your sales team. It takes 1 out of 10. So if you already had that special person that left you and it hurt you, then you need to know that you need to change your system because it's going to keep happening over and over. Okay? And any of you feel that you pay too much taxes? Anybody feels too much taxes? Yes, okay, there's very little people here. So you're happy with your taxes? Not at all, right? Well, guess what? What we find is that most people do not use the system in their favor. Do not use the tools available from the system to help themselves. The fastest way to increase your profits in your company is by doing a tax planning. The fastest way. Not more sales, not laying off people, none of that. You do tax planning. You take advantage of the system. The U.S. business system is the most generous to business owners in that sense, right? Like I mentioned, most profits go to the IRS because if you don't take no tax deductions, guess what? You're still going to pay. You can pay yourself through your tax deduction and your employees, or you're going to pay to Uncle Sam. So you get the choice, right? Tax efficiency. I'm hoping to achieve financial freedom, financial big millionaire through my business, but you actually have all your money trapped in the business. You're a millionaire in the business, poor as a person. And the reason you don't transfer the money is because you're going to keep it in there because you're avoiding taxes. You're just letting the taxes grow bigger and bigger. And you have no strategy to convert your business profits into personal wealth in a tax advantage way. So you start building the other part, which is the one that you need and want eventually. Right? And, because my business is my retirement, I have no retirement. So I'm actually broke as a person. I have nothing. And most of us know the statistics here in the business world, how many businesses go under quickly. And if the business goes under quickly, there goes your retirement too. There goes everything. So we as a business owner, we need to learn to separate one from the other. Because the business should be serving your purpose. And that's one of the things that a lot of people forget in their day-to-day, trying to do their best for their own business, for the baby, right? The more I work, the more I pay. And that's the rule. And that's going to stay like that as long as you keep doing what you're doing. And last but not least, those who raise their hand hoping that I'm become a millionaire when I'm tired, old, want to travel, whatever. 15 plus years exit strategy, right? And these are the answers that you need to answer by that time. And the first one is, right, is the business value enough? Is what I'm going to get from my business enough to match my needs, right? But there is a small problem. 98% of business owners, look at that number, have never valued their business. They have no idea how much business is really worth. They do it on their own, like, oh, this is worth this, but that's not the number. Okay, let me tell you guys. So your business is your biggest retirement asset, yet I don't know how much it's worth. Does that make any sense at all? So just think about this. There is no time frame when I'm actually going to sell it. Who am I actually going to sell it to? 1/3 of business owners will be lucky enough to sell it to their own family. 2/3 will either sell it to their employees or a third party, but they don't have anyone in place to do that. So When you ask a lot of business owners, when do you plan to retire? They all answer the same thing. No, I'm never going to retire. And the reason being is because they don't have a plan and they don't see how they're going to get out of it. That's the truth. Because if I tell you, you want to stay in your business for your life or you want to travel the world for the last few years? It's an obvious answer, right? So that third that's going to sell it to the family, they don't know how they're going to transfer the business to the family and get the money out. Because you can transfer the business, yes, but how about the money I need to live? So they don't have any idea. And those are the ones that already have somebody to sell it to. Just imagine to the ones that do not have a family member to sell it to. So now I want you to put in perspective in your head, why 93%? See all the things that you have to overcome and plan for to make sure that thing works for you. So the other one is, how will I get paid? A lot of people do what's called private financing to sell the business. I'm gonna finance you my business in 5 years. So now you're giving somebody else your 30 years worth of work for them to work it for you, and you're gonna risk your 30 years on somebody else's hand, hoping that he's gonna pay you back. And that's the strategy that most people use without actually knowing what other options you can have. And obviously, Uncle Sam is going to be there by you. Uncle Sam is going to be there when you sell your business, and it can get as big as 40% of the price if you don't have a plan. So your business is worth $1 million, now it's $600,000 because Uncle Sam is your partner, and you never had a plan to deal with him. And last but not least is, will it be enough? Will it be enough to maintain the same standard of living as I was having as a business owner? Will I have enough money to do that till I die? Right? Oops. So I've been doing this for 24 years. Before that, I was a business owner. I went broke 3 times. I never got exposed to these kind of resources, but I was hoping to get the same thing as you guys are, looking to become a millionaire through my business in the land of opportunity. But I wasn't able to do it because it's not easy. So I decided to learn how to do this, and my mission today is to help people achieve that through my knowledge and these resources that you guys have seen together. Because when you think about, simple math, if you're a business owner that needs $10,000 a month from age 67 to age 90, which is the life expectancy, you're going to need about $3.5 million gross. $10,000 a month, $3.5 million. So how is that your plan coming along, right? Does your business match your personal plan? And that's my invitation to you. I'm actually running the business valuation program for the city of Doral that's going to help you put a game plan together to address all these issues, to make sure that whatever you're doing for your business is focused towards your person. So I invite you to come out to our tables, meet all of us, because we all are part of something that's going to need your company. And get the help, because the bigger companies, they look for help. So we should follow the lead and understand that if they're getting help, we should get our help. Always understanding the reason why. So I thank you for coming out. Thank you for your time, and I hope this helped.